in the painting part, and just it might be an idea just to do an outline, doesn't really matter what colour, just a colour that you'll be able to see, of a circle, so that you can make that your ring that you orbit around, just to make it easier, because then we can delete it at the end. So again, we can use the grow tool or shrink, whatever one you need. So I'll make that a bit bigger. Maybe a bit bigger. Yep, that's about right. And I can sit Earth on there. Then I can do one more for Mars. I'll make it red. Let's make that one a bit bigger. It's just going to help with your coding. If you look at the one that I created earlier carefully, the orbit isn't that great. So if you do it this way, it might look a little bit better, but it's up to you. And then we can just delete these rings later on. The last one is the sprite character. You can choose whichever one you want. You don't even have to have a character, but it would be great if you showed the people that are watching your animation some information from the table that you did last week. So I'm going to choose this one. And making it a bit smaller. You can sit about there. Okay, so first thing, if you want to, we can make the sun move a little bit. Use a few of these. We're going to make it tilt to the right. Then we need to straighten it up a bit. And then tilt to the right. Then straighten it up again. Ready to start again. So then we just need a few more of these weights. Sometimes if you don't include the weights, it doesn't work properly. So, and then just always do a quick test. That looks about right. Okay, stop. So that's our sun, Earth. So when the flag's clicked, again, I want that to be moving as well. So I'll just show you how it doesn't work if you don't have those weights in there. So if I press the green flag, oh, that does work. Sometimes it doesn't. And that's going way too fast anyway, so I need to slow it down. It's all just trial and error. That looks a bit better. And I've put the forever ring around it because I want it to do it the whole time. So the next part is getting the planet to orbit the sun. So when the green flag's clicked, we want it to move. And we're using these, the X and the Y axis down here. You can see that the numbers keep changing depending on where my mouse is. So where the Earth is now positioned, so just make sure that you are in fact on the sprite. Why is that happening? So at the moment it's moving the wrong sprite. I'm just going to move that to the side. That's better. Just for now. Okay, so from there, from where my mouse is and where I drop the Earth, you notice that go to X says 76 minus 8. That's where it is appearing at the moment. So if we take that from there, that's going to be our start. Then we want it to move to this part here. And again, it's just changed to 74.29. Just move it a bit more. And basically, you just have to keep doing that until it gets all the way around. And if you add these rings in, it does seem to make it a lot easier. And we're just about back to the start. Okay, so now from here, if I just show you what happens, it is spinning but nothing's happening down here. So what we need to do is to add in the wait 1 second. And then it should work. If you know what you're doing with this, obviously you can go ahead, but I just thought I would show you the basics so you can get a start on it and then see what you can come up with. I'm sure yours will look much better than mine. Okay, let's see. It looks good, but it looks a little bit funny the way it's moving, so what I will more likely do is, and what you will have noticed from my other one, is I've made each movement 2 second wait time. But again, it's up to you. When you start to add in your other planets, you might need to look at the time it does take each planet to orbit the Sun, because, for instance, Earth takes half the amount of time it takes for Mars, so you don't want them to be going around at the same time because that's not going to be quite accurate. So by changing this, we should be able to see the Earth spinning a little bit better, a bit clearer. That looks a bit better. Now at this stage it's only going to go around once, only going to orbit once, and when I finally do the other planets, I want it to just keep going. So I'm going to add in a forever around it, so it just keeps going until I tell it to stop. Now I can get rid of this yellow sprite. I don't need it anymore, so I can do that by just deleting it. Because my Earth's going to go around now in a perfect circular orbit. So basically you'll do the same with Mars. Okay, make sure that you are on Mars. It's up to you whether you have that one spinning. You might if you've got other colours inside, but it's up to you. And then again, you just click on that one or move it to where you want it. Take it over. And I'm not going to do too many more because you get the idea. So I had 2-second wait time, so this one will need to be 4 seconds because it takes Mars longer to get around the sun. 4, and then again we'll do it forever around there, and we'll just do a quick test. And that's looking good. And then once I had completed that to make it go all the way around, then I can just right click and delete that red sprite so that it doesn't appear. It's up to you, you might want them there, it's totally up to you. Now to do the next part where we just add in some information. When that's clicked, we want to go to looks. We want it to say a message. And just check how long you've got it to make sure that the person that's looking at it can actually read it. And at the moment, as soon as I click the green button, it says that it's going to say that message, but I'm actually going to make it wait for about 5 seconds before. And then because I'm wanting it to change costumes, I'm going to get it to Pico B, so it looks like it is actually speaking. So there's one here that says switch costume. There. Let's just do a quick test. Okay, so that's worked. Then we want it to wait again, and we can determine that time after, because then we're going to say something about Mars as well. And we can switch costume back to A. And then we can add in some more information about the other planets as we go. That's roughly how to do a simple animation. Try and put in as much information as you can. If just when you're putting your codes in, make sure that you're in the right sprite. I know we've had trouble in the past where people have been working in the background, which is totally different, so that's what gets them all confused. So whatever you want to move, you need to make sure that that's the one you've clicked. Okay, you've got your scripts, your codes, your costumes, and then your sound if you're adding any sound effects. And that's about all, so good luck with it all. And if you need to, pause on some of my scripts so you can get a bit of an idea, but as I said, these ones here are going to be different, so there's no point copying those ones, but these ones you should be right to do the same, that's fine. Okay, good luck.